So I said the first three you guys should be able to do like pros. We've been doing it since the very beginning of the triad. We're just converting. So convert 96% to a fraction. Stanisha, how do I convert a percent to a fraction? Yeah, 96 over 100. Because then you're going to simplify. Okay, I can't reduce by 2 anymore. Can I reduce by 5? Nope, so that's going to be my answer. So I'm going to box it. Nice. Now we're converting a decimal to a fraction. Amaya, how do I convert a decimal to a fraction? What do you need to know? To change the last digit's place value. So what's the last digit's place value? The 5. So what is that? That's okay. Look at your chart. Should be your first page of notes. Oh, do you not have the place value chart? There it is. The thousands. Not yet. Okay. Am I finished with this one? Now, sorry, I skipped ahead of you. So the last place value is 1,000, so I put that as my denominator. Then my numerator is basically the decimal, the number without the decimal point. But I'm not done because it's a fraction, so what do I need to do yet, Amaya? Oh, he grabbed that. Thank you, Andre. I appreciate it. We hang that on the hook, Bobby. So what do I need to do with this yet? Yeah, we're going to reduce it. So we're going to reduce by 5. So what's 125 divided by 5? 25? So 125 divided by 5. 25? Okay, what's 1,000 divided by 5?
I got 200.
200. Okay, can I reduce further?
Yeah.
What are they both divisible by again?
5.
All right, let's do this again. 25 divided by 5.
5.
200 divided by 5.
40.
Can I box it?
Yeah.
No.
No. I have to do it again. Because they both still end in a 5 or a 0. 5 divided by 5. 40 divided by 5. Now can I box it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Last one. Convert a fraction to a decimal. Dylan, how do I change this fraction to a decimal? Yeah, you take your numerator, and you divide it by your denominator, which is 5 divided by 11. And what do you end up getting?
0.45454.
And it just repeats, right?
4 5.
Okay, so our directions then tell us round to the nearest thousandth. How many places past the decimal is the thousandth spot?
5.
How many places? Okay, how many places past the decimal spot? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 to get to the thousandths.
4.
3. So we have 10 hundred thousandths. So we're going to look at that 4. We're going to look to the right of it. Is the number directly to the right of it 5 or greater? Yes. So what happens to that 4? Good. So our answer is going to be 0.455. Okay. Moving right along.
Oh my God, my foot.
Nice job.
I got it right.
I don't know if you have it right, but looking at your steps, you have it. All right. Moving on to number 4. It's the word problem. If a video game normally costs $39, but it's on sale for 30% off, but it's taxed at 9.1%, how much are we going to have to pay for that game? So earlier, I believe Zach told us in order to solve this problem, we're going to start at 100%. So with that 100%, I'm going to use my discount and my tax. So if I'm doing a discount, am I going to add or subtract 30%? So I'm going to subtract 30%. Zach, which equals what?
70, sorry.
I want 30.
What do I need to change that percent to?
8 decimal by dividing it by 100.
Zach, which equals?
Wait, I haven't got that far. Oh, wait, it should be,
0.7. Zach, what's this number called?
That multiplier.
Good. Bobby, you added it. If you got 130, instead of, if it's being discounted or on sale, you're taking that percent off, right?
Hold on. I must have did something, but it's...
You added it.
Oh.
You added it. That's okay. All right, so now it's going to be taxed at 9.1%. So Cheyenne, what do I do now? What do I do next?
Yeah, ma'am, it's like he had to give it to Bobby already.
Well, I lied.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Which equals? I'll get you the next part, Bobby. Change it to a decimal, which equals? You mean like that? Okay. Now I'm going to circle it because it's my multiplier. All right, now, Bobby, what do I do?
You take 39,
So I take my original amount of $39.
you times it by 0.7, and you times it again by 1.091.
Because they're my multipliers, and I end up with, what's the whole number?
9.80, because I rounded up.
Go ahead and give me the whole entire number that you got when you multiplied them together. I'll give you a second to multiply it back out and tell me.
Alright.
$29.78, that's what you got?
40.
Just like that? Nothing's missing here?
I know.
43.
No, not the box.
Right here.
The decimal. So you got $29.78.
43?
Hold on, I'm checking. Patience.
Forgot the 43, I think.
29.7843. I wanted the whole thing. So now we're rounding to the nearest cent. The nearest cent means you're going to round to the nearest what? Anybody? No.
100.
Hundredth. So I underline the number that's in the hundred spot. What number is in the hundred spot?
8.
The 8. I look to the right. Is that number 5 or greater? No, so the 8 stays the same. So my answer is going to be $29.78. Now I can box it. Remember, the nearest cent means you're going to round it to the hundred spot. You're dealing with money. Think about money. All right, flip it over. So number 5 is just a review of last week. We're dealing with percent change. So determine the percent change when you're going from $90 to $71. This is where you use your percent change formula. Raise your hand if you remember the percent change formula. Amaya.
The parentheses and then the triangle.
So the percent sign, what's this triangle? It means
Change
the delta sign for change, okay?
equals, give you the whole thing.
Yep.
71
Okay?
minus 90 over 90 equals,
Not equals.
I mean, divided by,
Not divided.
ugh.
Good. What does that mean? Times is right.
I mean, percent.
100%.
My words are getting twisted up.
It's Monday. I'll give it to you. Okay, so what she basically did, she used the percent change formula. New minus old divided by old times 100%. So she plugged the numbers in here, took 71 minus 90 divided by 90 times 100%. Now remember, when you type this in your calculator, you have to do it a certain way. So when you guys type in 71 minus 90 equals divided by 90, times 100, what do you guys end up with?
21.111.
What's in front of that 21.1111?
The decimal.
Because it's good. No.
I mean the
Is it going to be an increase or a decrease?
negative.
The negative. So it's going to be a decrease, and it's 21.11111.
Yeah, these are
Now, our directions say we're going to round to the nearest tenth of a percent. So how many spots behind the decimal is the 10th place value?
The one.
One spot. So it's one spot behind the decimal. I look to the right. Is that 5 or greater?
Nope, stay the same.
So nope, it's going to stay the same. So my answer is going to be negative 21.1%. Good, Dylan.
Miss Liddy,
And box it. Yes.
when you was like, when you was like, no, put it all in the calculator because you'll get a different answer. But when I put it all in, it gives like, if I keep on putting it all in, it gives me the same answer.
Doesn't, are you sure?
Yeah, it gives me the same answer
Put it all together.
when I put it all together.
Some calculators it doesn't. I think the scientific ones. Okay. All right, moving right along. If a stock cost $32.14 last year and cost $38.85 this year, what is the percent change? So am I going to use the notes that start at 100%, then add or subtract my percent increase, decrease, or am I going to use my percent change formula?
I think that's percent.
Percent change formula. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to put percent change equals. Now, before I can move forward, I need to identify my new number and my old number. So if a stock cost $32.14 last year and cost $38.85 this year, what's the percent change? So what's my new number?
38. 85. 32.
So $38.85 is my new number because it's this year. My old number is going to be the $32.14 because that's last year's number. Okay? So let's go ahead and plug it into our formula. So we have new minus old divided by old times 100%. What's the direction say we're going to round it to?
The nearest percent.
The nearest what?
Percent. I mean, percent. Tenth of a percent.
Okay. So take a second, get your answer in your calculator.
I got it.
Hold on.
I think this one. Yeah, this one.
Hold your calculator up. Let me see it. Yeah, I think that's wrong.
I don't know, say you wait till I type it out.
That's all right. I can be patient sometimes.
Ah, dang it.
This right?
This,
Almost. What didn't you do that you need to do?
this way.
You missed one step. Yes. Will you take? I've seen everyone type it into their calculator or working. Besides Mr. Cable, will you take a participation point off of Mr. Cable? Unfortunately, he's being lazy again. Okay. So we ended up getting. Okay, you're gonna tell me a whole number here. So we got 20 points. What, Bobby?
8, 7, 7, 4, 1.
Okay. Now, is that going to be an increase or a decrease? That's going to be an increase, so we're going to put a plus sign. Now, we're rounding it to the nearest tenth of a percent.
I got
The 10th place value, which number is in the 10th place value? Zach, you said you got it?
Yeah, the tab is the 8.
Okay.
Yeah, 8.
So we look to the right. Is it 5 or greater?
Greater.
So that 8 goes to a...
9%.
So my answer is going to be a positive 20.8%. Good.
Don't forget your dollar sign.
Pass them forward.
Don't forget your dollar sign.
It's not a dollar sign because we're talking about percent increase, decrease. So it's not. It's a percent change. Okay.